Hi, I'm Danny Glover, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Hello, hi, my name is Mpamashihu, your Women Crush Wednesday, bringing you nothing but the freshest news and entertainment in and around the city. Sabby Lomchali, aka DJ Sabby, fell in love with radio at the young age of 14. Determined to make the medium his happy hunting ground, he began working with the Love Live Radio Wise program. Since then, his career took off in leaps and bounds, and today he's a source of inspiration. Let's check it out.
It's 19 minutes after 12. Good afternoon to you. Hello, hi.
DJ Sabby, welcome. It's an honor to have you with us. You're a man in demand. Everybody wants to hear your story, as do we.
Yes.
I understand you're from Durban, you came to Joburg, and you're now a source of inspiration to Joburgers.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. You know, I never thought it would get to a point where someone would say I'm a role model, you know, because I've often looked up to a whole lot of people that to this day I feel like I haven't got to the point where I want to be, but I appreciate where I am right now.
And being good in your field serves as an inspiration. People look up to you naturally. You make them happy as a DJ, I suppose.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, like more than anything else, I'm just a young, bubbly black person with a dream and hope that I can make things way better for my mom, my family, and now that I have a son, things have just totally changed in the sense of priorities and looking forward and working harder, I guess.
How did relocating to Joburg make things better for you, make your dreams come true?
At first,
was it important to move to Joburg?
It was very, very important, especially for my career, you know, and the fact that when I wanted to come to Joburg, it was a very scary thought because Johannesburg has always been painted as the city of everything is just rough, everyone is on the move.
Yes.
You know, the crime, that people just always made it seem like it's just a scary, bad city. And it's crazy that my entry point in Johannesburg, I stayed in George Koche Penrose and my Dale Hostel, you know, and my entry point, I guess God wanted me to be in that position to see how life is in the bottom of bottom, you know, because that's where all the guys come through from the rural parts of South Africa, and some are working in the mines, some are working as taxi drivers, some are working as petrol attendants. It's guys that are doing jobs that people deem as, you know, LSM 1, not even 2. You know, these are guys that are earning peanuts. And that's where I stayed, you know, where you're paying 50 Rand a month for rent. And that just shaped my mindset every single day that I want to escape this space. I want to move out of this space, but it's just not going to happen itself. So I had to work super, super hard to get myself out of there. So going to school every single day in 2008 was an amazing way to draw inspiration from what is out there and consistently learn in the sense of what I want to do. But when I went back home, I was reminded of how life will be like if I do not work hard. So it felt like a yo-yo, like do, you know, I don't know.
I'm sure it takes a lot of discipline, but you can actually value your achievements today and the journey that you've been on to get here.
I've always said embrace your journey, you know, like your journey will teach you so many things about yourself that you do not know. Like you can't rush to have meetings with the biggest CEOs and managing directors of big businesses in the country where you don't appreciate your small meetings with all these various people, because all those small meetings lead to the big meetings. And that's just always been part of my journey, and I embrace it, you know, going to castings and the doors being closed in your face, sending demos and program managers saying that your voice will never work on radio, or being on radio and program managers saying that you don't have what it takes or you're just terrible. All those negative comments and all the positivity and all the amazing wins, the small victories, you know, they add all the tiny bits and
It gives you confidence
details.
as well. It gives you confidence.
Sometimes it pulls away from your confidence. It does pull away from your confidence, but sometimes it builds you because you need all those
I say you have to be through a little something to get somewhere in life.
You know? But some of us, I think, on my end, I've always said that my path has never been the easiest. You know, I feel like I'm still on a gravel road in a sense that the tar will end and I don't even know when it's ended. Now I find myself driving off-road and I'm back on road. So I always say that my journey has never been the easiest, but it's because I work so hard that I've gotten used to the fact, okay, cool, now I'm off-road. How do I pick myself up? We're back on tar road, but we mustn't get comfortable. So,
Yeah.
And also I'm in a space where you can't get comfortable. There's always the next better person that can do your job. But if you consistently worry about that, it's hard for you to think about the future in the sense of how can you evolve yourself to become a better version and a better option
Absolutely.
for people to look into you.
When you came to Joburg, what was your initial dream and how has that evolved to where you are today if you have to look back?
When I came to Johannesburg, the dream has always been to be a radio DJ. You know, the age of 14, I was exposed to radio through the Love Life Radio Wise program, and that spark and that joy and that moment and the ability to just influence people's behavior and people's moods and emotions during that moment while you're on air, I've always been in love with it since that age. So when I came here to do radio production at Namisa, it was that and only that. You know, so with everything that I discovered about myself when I was in Johannesburg, because Joburg gave me the confidence to honestly be my original self. You know what I mean? Because where I come from in Mandeni, you're so concerned about what the neighbor thinks or what the next person is wearing that you forget about your own self, because now you're consistently waking up to do things to please people.
Yeah.
But when I came to Joburg, in all honesty,
It's liberating.
It's liberating. It's like you can cut your hair half and leave the other part. You know, that's creativity. It's amazing. I came here, I started seeing people wearing the same sneakers but in different colors.
Do you think if you moved to any other part of South Africa, you would have made it the way you made it in this city?
You know, I get an opportunity to travel a lot, and when I'm in some parts of SA for a weekend, I already feel tired. You know, like Cape Town is slow for me. A weekend is enough. Like in Jan, I went there for a holiday. 7 days was just too long. You know, Johannesburg, there's a vibe, there's this ambiance. Everyone is onto something. Everyone is proposing something, you know, but sometimes you need to escape that and appreciate the diversity and the beauty that South Africa has to offer.
Sure.
But Johannesburg, for me, is a city that proved to me that if you consistently believe in what you have to offer and you believe in what you stand for and what you know you can deliver, you can make it anywhere else. You know, so when people who've been to New York say that this is a New York of Africa, I believe that I can literally touch down in New York because I never slept a week and blinked for a longer period when it comes to sleep. When I got to the city, I can implement the same strategy that I had when I got to the city in any other city, and I'm sure I can make something out of myself.
I'm John Terode, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at joburgtoday.tv and on Twitter at Joburg Today. There's just something about a man in a good tailored suit. When you wear a suit, you send out a huge message that you like taking time and effort to look great. And Louis Joseph has the remedy for us.
Joburg City inspires me a lot, actually. You know, it used to be big on fashion back in the 50s, especially when it came to suiting and wearing suits in menswear. And so I'm also very inspired on the overseas fashion as well, menswear, when it comes to suiting and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, it actually came about after I went on a trip to London, where I was inspired by Savile Row. So while I was there, I was very inspired by all the custom-made suits, and that's actually the origins of where men's suit actually started. And I realized that, you know what, there's a gap in the market in South Africa. So I came back to South Africa and then I started it. And how I really started it was actually making my first suits for some of my family members and friends. From there on, what happened was it actually word spread and people just started liking what they were seeing on my friends and family. The first and most important thing is fit. I think that's the key thing. So if a suit doesn't fit you, I mean, if you can look at me and you see the way my jacket is actually fitting me, it fits me, it's made for me. So the fit is very important. The next thing that you need to look at is the fabric. The fabric is very important. I think you know about the shiny Chinese suits. So you want to stay away from that. The fabric is very important, what you choose. And then obviously it comes down to colors, what colors you like. And there's been a change, as you can see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a plain on my blazer, and then on my pants I'm wearing prints. So prints have come in big as well. So that's actually trending at the moment.
I think what makes me to keep on coming back is the way he makes his suits, because I think you cannot get a slim fit like this at one of the stores around here. And you know, I'm a man of style, so I try to make sure that you know, I come to the guy that will do something perfect to my body.
Gone are the days when a man can put on a suit and be ready to take on the world. Louis Joseph shows us exactly the ins and outs of tailoring and what to look out for when looking for that special suit. I'm Riley Sagani Posakwe for Joburg Today.
Hello everyone, my name is Kanyam Kangisa and you are watching Joburg Today.
For more on the city, do check out our playlist. From me, Mpoma Shehu, and the rest of the Joburg Today.tv crew, goodbye.